Hey folks, so it's been a week since I released a video, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about what I've been working on. So I recently came out with a few AWS CLI cheat sheets for IAM, EC2, and S3. They're handmade. I'm working towards getting the markdown version out, and they're all on GitHub. So I'll just walk through my project that I've been working on for the past 2 weeks, I think. And yeah, I would love to expand it. I think I'll do Azure next after I'm done with the AWS CLI, and I'll see how the community likes it, and then maybe I'll also do the GCP. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So yeah, let's talk about the first cheat sheet that I created for an AWS service, that being S3, or also known as Simple Storage Service. And yeah, this one was the first one, and I just went out and like drawed it on my GoodNotes app on iPad. And I think I did a pretty good job with the logo of the S3 itself, and then the bucket and object. And then I just give a brief kind of definition of what a bucket is, and then what an object is. And then also on the bottom side, we go into just simple commands, like how to configure the CLI first of all, and then list buckets, create, copy, remove, some basic commands, because I wanted to keep it like beginner friendly, especially for someone who's in AWS, but they're trying to use the CLI more. So this would be a good first step. And yeah, you can print these out for reference. But yeah, so the next one that I did, because the S3 cheat sheet received a good response, and I did a poll like, would you like to see more? And this was on Twitter, so make sure you find me out there on Twitter. I'm trying to post more content. But yeah, the next one that I did was the EC2, or also the compute service from AWS. And in this one, I decided to have subsections. So you can see a subsection about instances, and then also security groups, because if they are tied to the instances, and then also the images, or AMIs, also known as Amazon Machine Images, that you use for your custom, basically having custom images for tools or services that you might need already installed or pre-installed in a server. You can create an image, so the next time you launch a new instance, you can use that custom AMI, and you won't have to install those services. But yeah, that was just a brief overview of what an AMI is. And then for instances, pretty basic commands of like listing instances, creating new instances, stopping an instance, and then also listing instances with their name tags or public IP if they have one. And then for the security groups, these are just, you can think of it as a firewall, which is used to block a certain IP or allow a certain IP over a certain port, right, to access your instances. And there are some really good docs by AWS on best practices for these. But yeah, how to manipulate those security groups, and like how to change stuff, how to open a port. So those commands are listed on this cheat sheet, similarly for the images, as I said, or AMIs. And yeah, and for this one, I didn't use GoodNotes because I was like, I don't know. I don't think, especially for the S3, like I had this vision, but it wasn't, I wasn't happy with the output of this cheat sheet. So that's why I went with another tool. I'll link all those down below. And I think this one looks pretty neat and like pleasing to the eyes instead of this. So yeah. And then I did the same for the IAM. So identity and access management, and have like subsections for users, access keys, and then group policies and managed policies. This one received the most amount of love, I think, on Twitter. And yeah, I think this one is like more in depth, not a lot, but yeah, again, like there are best practices, and I think like you should follow those in production. These are just beginner friendly commands that'll make it easy for you to start using CLI. But yeah, for other part, for users, as you can see, like how to list all user info, how to list all the usernames, how to create a new user, get a specific user's info, delete a user, and then same thing for groups too, right? How to create, list, delete, and then assign a group to the new user, and also how you would assign policies to these groups. So yeah, basically all those commands covered in these cheat sheets. And yeah, these are printable, so you can print them out for reference. But what I'm trying to do now is have them publicly available on GitHub, and you can go and print these out. But I'm trying to make it more accessible, so I have a branch here. It hasn't been merged yet, but I'm trying to make markdown versions of these so it's easy for you to copy and paste them. And Andrew Brown from Exam Pro, he gave a great tip of making these in light mode too, so that like when you print them, they're easily readable. And I think I'll have both of them, so like dark mode and a light mode version of each of these cheat sheets, which would be nice. So yeah, that's where this project is kind of going, or I'm wanting to take this to. And for now, for the markdown, I have IAM and EC2, but there will be, I think I'm still missing S3. So yeah, once that's out, I'll merge this branch to the main branch. And yeah, if you really like the project and the cheat sheets, make sure you have started the repo. It just motivates me to keep pushing out these cheat sheets. And I think, as I said in the intro, I'll probably do it for Azure next, and yeah, have a different repo for the Azure cheat sheets. I'll take a similar approach for those two. But yeah, also I found out that 70% of my watchers are not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe to the channel, because it just keeps me motivated to put out more content like this. And yeah, also I've been busy with the Cloud Code Life podcast with my friend Gwen and Alf or Antonio. So go check that out too. We recently released an episode about interviewing and our experiences with interviews. So there were some nice discussions. Make sure you check it out. And yeah, until next video, be safe out there.